We're going to be talking about this game between the Lakers and the Minnesota Timberwolves and what we saw. And you know what? It was a completely different game compared to game one. The Lakers had to make adjustments. There was no way they were going to continue to play as poorly as they did in game one and expect to have a chance to win the series. And the Lakers did that. They actually tied up the series, playing a very good brand of basketball. And the way they did it was by actually playing good defense and then offensively getting more guys involved than just trying to do it with Luka and LeBron. And you know what? This is probably their formula moving forward. This is probably what they're going to have to do, right? You're not going to be able to score 125 points on some of these teams in the playoffs. The defense is too tough. The shots are too challenging. So holding the other team to less points is probably going to be their formula. Anyways, here's what we saw. Initially, in terms of the game open, I think what the Lakers did was they made a concerted effort to slow down the Timberwolves on a basically not give them what they were giving them in the first game. And what ended up happening? The Lakers held the Minnesota Timberwolves to 15 points. Lakers themselves were moving the ball. Players were moving without the ball, and they were finding easy looks. So the Lakers opened up with a score of 34-15 after the first quarter. And in the second quarter, a little bit of a better quarter for the Wolves. But scoring 15 and a quarter in the NBA at this level, man, it's going to be a problem. And this is something I've discussed, in other game highlights and discussions. It's that you can't have a 15-point quarter. Look at what happened to the Bucks. Look at what's happened to the Pistons in their quarter against the Knicks. 13 points, 15-point quarters is going to kill you. Now, the rest of the way, it was basically just a tougher defensive kind of situation. We saw that defensively, the teams are having a hard time getting through. I look at the fourth quarter, there wasn't a lot of points there. Pretty nice job of the Lakers locking things down throughout most of the game. Looking collectively at the box scores, I see the Lakers shot much better than the Wolves, 45% to 38%, a function of the defense. 3-point shooting wise, these teams performed pretty similarly. Free throws was much better for the Lakers. Lakers shot 20 of 20 from free throw, so a perfect night for them. Also, the rebounding edge to the Lakers, right? 41 to 34. Offensive glass was the same. The assists much higher on the Lakers side. Again, they were moving without the ball. They were moving the ball and finding easy buckets. Turnover ratio between the two teams, basically 1-to-1. I think the Lakers had one more turnover than the Wolves, but that doesn't tell the story. So the Lakers came out hot, really did a nice job of controlling the game and what they were allowing to happen for Minnesota. Ant-Man kind of fought the Wolves back into the game a little bit. Randall did a nice job of scoring some points tonight. But I think the Lakers were really, really smart to try to exploit Rudy Gobert in some matchups in the fourth quarter to kind of put the game away. Overall, what I saw from Minnesota, I think I saw a lot of late defensive rotations. I think offensively, the LA Lakers forced them to take challenge shots, which was so different than game one. Game one, you looked up and the Timberwolves were basically open for three, right? So that wasn't happening. I saw weak transition defense from the Timberwolves. So shout out to the Lakers for really pushing the pace down the court, getting guys out of position. I spoke to the Rudy Gobert situation. Similarly, they're trying to get other guys into some precarious positions. I did see a couple of the important Minnesota players were in foul trouble, right? So that costed them. Guys like Naz Reid, Dante DiVincenzo, I saw was in some foul trouble too. So when you got key players that have to get off the floor dealing with foul trouble, then offensively they can't impact the game. And defensively, obviously, they become a little bit less aggressive and not having the wiggle room to play a little bit tighter on their defensive assignments. Offensively, I think it was really just Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle. Julius Randle scored 27 points, had 6 assists, 4 rebounds, and he had a steal and a block. He was really good. Ant-Man had 25 points, 10 of 22 shooting. Didn't shoot the 3-ball well, 2 of 8. Shot 3 of 4 from free throw, had 6 rebounds, no assists, no steals, no blocks, right? So Ant, while you would say he was able to score some points, I think collectively Minnesota needed more. They just didn't have it tonight. I'm looking at some of these shooting numbers. Jaden McDaniels, 3 of 11, 0 of 3 from 3. Rudy Gobert, 2 for 5. Mike Conley Jr. shot the ball horribly, 0 for 5 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3. He finished the game 21 minutes, 0 points. Off the bench, Naz Reid gave you something, but Naz Reid had foul trouble, right? He was able to get 3 steals. He did have a few buckets, but he didn't have the impact that he had in the first game. And that was basically it. In terms of what LA was able to establish, much better defensive effort. I think their stops turned into points, and Austin Reeves was more engaged. I think offensively, Bron was able to get some points early, although he still didn't shoot the ball well. And this is something I alluded to in previous videos. The Lakers can win without LeBron playing great. You know, he just it's just he's not at that point in his career where he's a requirement for the team to win. Austin Reeves is a much more important collective player for the Lakers when they need to win because he creates offense and he's capable of scoring on his own. And he's a much more reliable shooter than LeBron. And obviously, Luka is a big part as to whether or not the Lakers are going to win. In fact, if Luka has a bad game, the Lakers are probably going to lose. Right? That's how important he is offensively. And Luka was great. Luka was fantastic. Luka had 31 points. He had 9 assists and 12 rebounds. So basically an assist away from a triple-double. Only had 4 turnovers. We've seen what happens when Luka has 5, 6, 7 turnovers. The Lakers get in trouble. LeBron had 21 points, 8 of 19 shooting, 1 of 5 from 3. He had 11 rebounds, and he had 7 assists. So LeBron was dishing. He only had 2 turnovers. In my opinion, that's a good game for LeBron. I get it. He's not a great shooter, but he can impact the game in other ways, right? He is still important offensively to them. You know, rim rolls. I saw him get to the rim a couple of times in some transition opportunities. I think the Lakers moving without the ball, getting easy points in the paint around the bucket. They were a much more integrated offensive effort. You saw a lot of guys getting some points. Dorian Finney-Smith, 7 off the bench, 16 from Austin Reeves. He also had 5 assists. I think Rui's 11 points were important. 4 of 9 shooting. He was active, right? So much better rebounding. You got ball movement. The offense was moving better. I think the Lakers, for them moving forward in the series, this is the formula to winning. This is how they're going to do it. It can't be just Luka. It can't just be iso ball and all that. This is the way to do it. Let me know what you guys saw from the Lakers. Let me know what you guys saw from this win that you take away. Now they're going to go back into Minnesota, and they're going to have to figure out how they're going to go about stopping the Minnesota Timberwolves in situations where the crowd is going to be not in their favor, right? You don't have the safety of home and all those things. But I think replicable. I think they can get a win in Minnesota. I don't know if they're going to be ready for what Minnesota is going to have in terms of crowd noise and all those things. But you have experience. Luka's tough. LeBron as seasoned as it comes. AR-15 seems to be playing pretty good basketball. We'll see what they do. And good adjustments by J.J. Redick to make this all happen. Looks like the Lakers match the energy this time, and they're ready for this game, and they get the win. Series tied 1-1, goes back to Minnesota. Let's see what Game 3 brings. This one's going to be huge. I think this one could be a deciding factor in the rest of the series. But let me know what you saw and drop me some comments. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next video.